if there will be any questions, just please ask, or either ask my colleagues in the chat. There are two ladies with me representing the student office, Ms. Paula Magister and Ms. Tamara Puksic, representing our international office. So if you have any questions, either specialized questions or more general, please wait after the session or ask them in the chat. They will gladly answer your questions during my presentation. So our journey through the faculty starts with this slide, which shows how with the faculty think knowledge is important. Okay, maybe it seems general, but you can imagine a sailor in the dark night with some fog to see some light of some beacon and how it is helpful. So try to adapt to this point of view when you also select our faculty. However, we have two parts, as I will told you in the seconds. So generally, you can get many of this information, which you're going to hear from me, also from our website. So I'm going to put into the chat this link. So please try to get information, if you like, yourself. And otherwise, take a look what I'm going to present. So Slovenia, central part is Ljubljana. Well, in the central part, it's our capital, Ljubljana, where is also the head office or head building of our university. But our faculty is at the coast. So I don't have the coastal picture behind me. I'm trying to present the university as well. But as I said, our faculty is next to the sea, and you will be welcome there. Lots of sunshine and breeze of the wind from the sea as well. So the name of our city, where faculty is situated, is Portorož. So very nice town next to Portorož is Piran. It's one of the most picturesque bay of the Slovenian Adriatic coastline, as you can see it here. And there are also some very nice cultural sites where you can see many of those by yourself when you come to Portorož or in Piran. So you can check yourself also this link if you like. I'm going to share in the chat. Otherwise, let's see who we are, or some brief information about the faculty. So we are interdisciplinary. So it's not just the maritime part. There are 2 departments and 12 chairs at our faculty. So the faculty itself was established in 1961, and nearly half of this period, so it's over 60 years, and about half of period is a member of University of Ljubljana. And so there are departments, if you like to check yourself through the web page, just you're welcome to do that. Some numbers. So we have at the moment, so in this academic year, 498 students with 69 international students. And also we are guesting 5 incoming exchange students this year. So in this year, we've got 72 students who get graduated on all 3 cycles, 51 employees and 25 more on contract. We are professors, and there are 36 registered researchers among that number, and also 1 young researcher. And regarding to our research, we had 1 program research group, 2 national projects from our National Research and Development Agency, 7 EU projects, 15, let's say, more marked oriented projects, and lots of, or many STCW courses, and there are also expertises we made. So if there is anybody interested in this, so it is in Slovenian and also in English. If there's anybody interested in our research, you can have a look. So what was behind of those numbers regarding the research? So National Research Program Group, Modeling and Simulations in Traffic and Maritime Engineering, 2 national projects. Well, I can share these links if you're interested in this, if you like. Just a moment, please. So with all links, you can check if you are more interested, but also we do, as I said, EU projects. I'm going to present just 3 Erasmus projects, which might be interesting for you just to know what we are doing with on a, let's say, more study-orientated level. If there's anybody interested in something else, just please let us know. So as I said, Stcw Training, the next one after the projects. So we are training marine pilots from Slovenia, from neighborhood countries. So means there are professionals coming from very near parts of Italy, some also sometimes from Croatia, and we also instruct instructors. For example, our colleague made such a meeting, such a course in Hamburg. Training also we do for Slovenian Army and students and teachers of the Italian Maritime Academy. And we do also expertises. Here are listed 3 types of them. So if there's anybody interested in expertises more, just let us know. Okay, research. So basically some highlights, some orientated figures of what we were doing in the last years. If there's any picture attracts your interest, just let me know, just pick up and ask what were we doing. Otherwise, we do quite broad range of different projects orientated towards the sea, of course, maritime, and also to the National Agency for Transport, Ministry of Transport, and as you can see, some very dedicated studies also for the port of Koper, which maybe you know is the only port in Slovenia. If there's anybody interested in research, just as I said, let me know. I'm going to present, as I said, 2 Erasmus Plus projects. So briefly, just what are they about. So there is one past summer logistics school 2 years ago, nearly 3 years ago. So we collected students or students from secondary schools, pupils, may say, and also their teachers, and trying to adapt them to, so colleague Patricia Baez was keen to present them new approaches towards logistics, and they were very satisfied with this project at the end. And there is another, we call it in abbreviation SMARTSEA, so Surveying Maritime Internet of Things Education, which is orientated towards the underwater drones, and also more or less, and also to study and to make a syllabus for this type of education. So in one slide, so this summer logistics school, so this is the picture from that gathering together meeting. So when they were students presented at the faculty doing interesting exercises, and they were, as I said, very pleased with that. And I must also emphasize, just started good one additional project again against regarding the studying of logistics, more or less as well. So, but more or less orientated towards teaching of professors at transport faculties, and also towards new professionals who want to get their skills very updated. And the second one, I mentioned our SMARTSEA. So you can see also the coordinator is from Salamanca, from Spain. And so this is the website. If there's anybody interested, just let us know about what more is about. So there are, it's a long course, I mean, a year course, and on the level of the second cycle. And there is a good prospection for this type of underwater works who have to implement the underwater drones. So why you study after all this research we're doing, why to study at our faculty? So I mentioned already 60 years of higher education at our faculty. So we have some tradition on this regards, and also the research I just mentioned. We do our best to keep the quality, to enhance it, and also to care of teaching excellence. Our research, also we try to involve our students into working on projects, and also into cooperation with local companies and also abroad. And of course, it is important to know that this knowledge, this light in the mist, so we have to transfer to economy and also to other institutions, not only in Slovenia, but also abroad. For this purpose, we have degree programs. So as you can see, one at academic degree program level for the following year, of course. 3 for professional degree programs. We don't have single cycle master degree program, but we have 2 master degree programs and also doctoral degree programs. 1 in-house, so our, and 1 joint program. For those who are interested maybe in that, I can also share a link of those programs. If you just wait for me. Some technical issues, I think. Okay, it's here. Please check if you have time. And so if we see, if you move again to our website, so you can see, so the explanation or the entering the first cycle, second cycle, third cycle, just click on those brackets and you will see what is behind. So you have here all these programs for the first cycle, and then second and third. I'm going to briefly present what is about, for example, well, you can see it here about this academic, the single academic program at the first cycle, and you can also find for the professional levels, and you see here the vacations. So you have here listed vacations for how many vacations do we have for non-EU citizens and how many for the Slovenians without Slovenian Republic citizenship. So if there's anybody interested more in details, just please ask my colleagues to get more information about the vacations. So also if you have any questions about any of those programs, please ask me. Otherwise, I'm going to go on. I think there are no questions. Well, we have to emphasize that we we have no accredited program in English language, but maybe you noticed that about 60 of our subjects are also available in English, more or less for Erasmus students, but also we do try our best to adapt foreign students to study with us, and our approach for, we call it regular students, is that they do at the beginning of their studies some course of Slovenian language, which I'm going to present a bit later. So this is the website for the second cycle. So just click it and there will be 2 programs. So Maritime Studies and Transport Studies. And there are also vacations for the international students. So there are 6 for the maritime, for the foreign, for the non-EU citizens, and 2 for Slovenians without Slovenian citizenship. But for transport studies, we have 8 for non-EU citizens and 3 for Slovenians without Slovenian citizenship. And the same also applies for the second cycle, as I told you, for the first cycle regarding the using English, or about accreditance of those programs in English. You probably also saw this slide at the university presentation. So year plus gives you an opportunity not just to learn Slovenian language, but also to get some points for that for that subject. So there are 2 levels of this course of Slovenian language. So if you accomplish both, you get certain points, credit points for your study. And for that purpose, since students who applied for study at our faculty were not very fast with applying for year plus, 2 years or already 3 years now, we practice to organize in-house course where you get all the benefits of year plus. So, however, if you are not fast enough, you still can get some. Still have possibility to get familiar with Slovenian language, starting to using it and trying to follow Slovenian presentations, lessons in Slovenian as the other students. So before arrival, this slide I copied from our Erasmus site. Yeah. So before arrival, there are many things, or some things, I don't know, depends on you, to put into account. So do your best to get all this information about what you need, what is the best for you to do before you even apply, or even you, of course, also come to Slovenia to study at our faculty. So today's presentation in English, there is already here. Ms. Cerar from university told you about some other options about this online possibility, 24 hours open information day, information session, where we also represented. And there will be, if you're more interested in second and third cycle, maybe you have time to join us on June the 2nd for the, as I said, for the second and third cycle. We do have also sport activities at our faculty. So when you come to study at our faculty, you have possibility to enter either the rowing team, either male or female, so we have both, and also the sailing team, who they train, where they exercise regularly and also do competitions, and they're pretty successful, all of them. So all those 3 teams. So not when you come to visit, to see us, to start study, please do not forget about these possibilities, and you can really enjoy this physical activity at sea with us. Accommodation, there are possibilities to get accommodation next to faculty. I'm not really sure how, what is the concrete procedure. Please ask my colleagues to say you more about that. So there are also private providers in the immediate vicinity. So as I said, 2 very close, bigger objects are student dormitory and student dormitory Korotan. So Korotan is this one, and this one is student dormitory. So if you're interested where you can live, when you can sleep, just try to ask what you think it's important for that. There are some concentrated information about how to generally apply, what is the application and admission procedure. So general information that probably you heard about also already from university. Anything about any help generally is concentrated or you can get from university, but there are some dedicated information you could get from the faculty. Please ask our student office. So it's called referat in Slovenian. So referat, our faculty, and that's it. You can get, there's where you can get this information. Finally, if you want, if you are willing to join us, as it says here, there is a space for you. Thanks for listening, and now and we are ready for your questions.